Hello, and, what's up? This is my WandaVision episode 7, Breaking the Fourth Wall review, and, just quick, I thought it was still amazing and great. I don't think it was as good as the past episodes have been, like, 645. Yeah, 645, yeah, okay. Said it weird. Anyway, so, I'm just rambling here, we have this intro, we say, like, let's just roll that intro. This episode starts off with Wanda waking up after Halloween and after everything she did that night, expanding the border and stuff, and that, you can see it physically took a toll on her. But then, her kids come up because the video games are freaking out and going back in decades, like everything that was in this episode. She pulled the classic mom move. No, honey, I'm just resting my eyes, not sleeping. Yeah. But how could Vision not be there? I'm just saying. How? Anyway, it's Modern Family this episode. She's being Claire Dunphy, and we have this it's Modern Family, they talk to the camera. But then they have the Office intro and stuff, and then we see Vision at, the circus where it expanded. And, Hayward's guard is like a strongman, and Darcy is an escape artist, and which would make sense in that world, because, when she entered the world, she was handcuffed to Hayward's car. But then Vision tries to, like, free Darcy and stuff. But, Vision does distract Darcy and then, frees Darcy from her hold that she was in the reality in Westview. So then they, like, chat and stuff. Vision learns Darcy's name, and Darcy, Darcy punches that strong man in the nose and, like, breaks it. I think it's funny. But then they get into the ice cream van, and the music in the Darcy and Visions part was really reminding me of Arrested Development, like the background music that would be in that show. I don't know. But Darcy does talk to the camera about how she auditioned to be the bearded woman, which I thought was kind of funny. But then we go back to Westview, where Wanda comes downstairs, and when Wanda comes downstairs, she grabs some cereal and milk, but the milk is fritzing out, and the milk had a wanted poster on it, and it could be connected to the wanted poster on the Spider-Man 3 sets, and maybe the children from Halloween were taken from the outside world, and that's why all the wanted posters. But anyway, she goes to eat her cereal. She changes the channel when her kids are playing video games. Wanda is the villain because of that. But then she explains why she's feeling this way, and she explains that she thinks life is meaningless right now. And stuff like that. But then, kind of freaks her kids out. But then Agatha comes in, and, it's just really weird. She asks Wanda to, well, she says that she'll take care of the twins for one, which was Wanda's fatal mistake. But then she asks, Wanda to take a look at her mole, which is a sign of a witch, because witches usually have moles. But anyway, then she takes the two children. Agnes is acting weird all this episode, but that was Wanda's fatal flaw, and Agnes take the children, or Agatha. But, then she, like, smiles, it's like, oh, thank you, Agnes, and then finally gets to eat her cereal. I don't know, how is that cereal not soggy by then? I don't know. But I don't have photos for it, but then we're on the outside world, and Hayward is looking at the bubble, and they say they're gonna go extract, today. I don't know, they're gonna try to go in the bubble and get out Vision. But then we learned what Hayward's plan was to revive Vision, but it never worked until he entered the bubble. And that is also my theory about Hayward is Ultron. It's not my theory, I believe that theory. But then we see Monica, and she gets the thing and rams into it, but like it almost drove up the wall, but it like got sucked in a little bit, and then Monica freezed out and flinged it, but then Monica went through the barrier, and I loved that scene. It was so beautiful. And then on the outside wave, everything was like in radio waves. It was kind of weird. But then we're with Vision in the truck, and he's talking about how he was Jarvis once, and then he was built for Ultron's mass genocide, to quote him. And Wanda's like, yeah, I don't know. I Wanda brought you live. But then they get stopped repeatedly by construction workers, then by children, and presumably by puppies. But then Vision exits. And then Monica goes to visit Wanda and tell her that Hayward is all about Vision. Tell all about what Hayward's doing to Vision stuff. But Wanda has no reason to trust her for real. About the missile and everything. And breaking in. And Wanda's just pissed off. And Wanda's like, and Monica's like, the only time I lied was the words you put in my mouth, which is referencing her time as Geraldine. But then when they go outside, we meet, I forgot her name right now, but the lady from episode 2 that cut her hand, which is weird, like 5 episodes later. But then, when Monica's up in the air, and like, she comes down and doesn't get a scratch because she uses her photon powers. And now Monica is Photon. She has those powers. And it looks like they're about to have a battle, but no, they just have a verbal battle, which is okay, but I really would have liked to see Photon's powers. I know she probably would have lost because Monica wouldn't know how to use her powers yet, but I don't know, maybe they're just not saying it, but Photon Monica Rambeau is in the Miss Marvel series. But anyway, Wanda just exposed herself to her neighbors, and she doesn't care. That just shows Wanda's psyche right now and how it's going to break for Doctor Strange too. But then, Agnes looks through the window and sees all the commotion, and then tells Monica that she should go away because this isn't your problem and just leave Wanda alone. Which I think at this point, Agatha, since she had the children, knew that she should just reveal herself to Wanda. And then Wanda keeps trying to fight at Monica, which I don't think is the best part of the plan. But now we're in Agatha's house, and like their children's foods are half eaten, maybe because they were drugged. And Gabba Gabba is on the TV show Yo Gabba Gabba. I don't know, I'm old enough to remember watching that. I'm old enough, when Modern Family was on, I didn't watch it week to week, but I would watch Modern Family if it was on. But, the thing was totally Mephisto on the curtain, the fly. But then Wanda goes down to the basement where Agatha said they were playing, and you see the aspect ratio expand to show that Wanda's in the real world when she's down there, and she sees the book and everything, and it's just a really creepy place, man. Kids in the basement. Maybe it's, I keep getting references to this when I watch other people's breakdowns, but maybe it's like the scene from the movie Witch, where when someone's not looking, the babies disappear, and the kids did disappear. But they sold to Mephisto or Nightmare, I don't know. But then Agnes reveals herself as Agatha Harkness, which honestly is not the biggest reveal, man. You could have gave her a better name. But anyway, it's fine. But the theme song that they did, give her at the end will be stuck in our heads forever. But then we see her land in Westview in the original, and I want to see that costume from when she landed. Maybe it was just CGI, I don't know. But when they're in the real world, I do want to see her costume. And then the title sequence was a nice reference to the Munsters, and I've never watched that show. I don't know. But then it shows how Agatha was messing with them all along at the talent show and stuff, and it's weird to go back to the black and white, but it's welcomed. And then we see the 80s episode where she was messing with Vision, which we all knew because nobody out there besides Agatha could move. And then we show that she's the one that was recording the documentary thing and showing that she thinks it's all Wanda's fault. And then the biggest reveal, she killed Sparky. But she does get Wanda in her control with her powers. And in that intro, we see that she was controlling Pietro, showing that the real Pietro is being controlled. But there is a post-credit scene where Pietro does say, "Snoop is gonna snoop," showing that he still is in the reality. But it is because of what was revealed with Agatha. We see that it's not confirmed, but you can infer it. It is Peter from the X-Men movies, but he's just being controlled by Agatha. But anyway, that is my review for this episode. I thought it wasn't as good as the other episodes, but I still thought it was amazing. Just more Peter, man. He's like the best part of these episodes. But anyway, next week's gonna be better. I bought a mic, which is the good thing, and the bad part is I'm $30 shorter of what I was, so. But anyway, that's really all I have to say about this review. Please like it if you liked it. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to subscribe, like, or comment. I would like it, but that's all. I'm done talking. Goodbye.